Hello, I'm Rangru.
And I'm Graham.
We're here with our first cast of 2023, and we thought we'd start off with low expectations by continuing
Mm.
coverage of the Brain Rot tournament. We are on a paddy field, and here are the unfortunate victims today, Graham.
Yeah, so we have FOB equals Piss Pants. That's actually Jaki, and he's playing as Denmark. And then on the right here in the red, we have Sniper, who's playing as it'll be His Majesty's, right? The Commonwealth? No, it's
Yes.
actually just the UK. So what do you just call the UK if you want to be fancy? I don't know.
Oh no, just the United Kingdom, but with a posh accent.
His Majesty's government.
Yes. Yes.
Honestly, His Majesty should probably have to excuse himself from public if he sees this, because there's a double Chally 2 opening, but it's also all by itself way up there.
Yeah, this is quite interesting how his decks are built, because Jackie's got the cheap Centurion spam, the old school Anglo tank, while Sniper here,
Yes.
he only has two Challenger 2s. These are his only
Right, that's
tanks in
it.
the tank tab. He better make him goddamn work.
The Warrior is a light tank, thank you very much.
It's true, especially with how the cannon fires, it's pretty much a tank.
It does look like it, like when it shoots, right? It does look like it's his hand.
Yeah.
And we actually see the Warrior opening up here, killing some poor Danish reserve infantry, which used to be OP
It
once
did.
upon a time, and once a Eugen game.
In a battle of air and land. No CEO. Probably for
Maybe
the
they should go
best.
back to that.
But yeah,
Oh, the 106 just killed the Warrior, the little Jeep.
we've seen a very aggressive push down south here from, I just want to call him Piss Pants, even though his name's Jaki. It was definitely a good call for him as he has the cheapest spam as well. He does have a lot of those FKP elite troops available, so
Right, right.
you might as well just play your advantage in the CQC.
Yeah, actually, pretty good push for him because there's not that much deployed into Alpha there for Sniper. These Fusiliers might buy him a little bit of time, but there's just so many of those recoil as rifle Jeeps right there. Yeah, he might be able to push up there and get that. But yeah, we have FKP, we got Jaeger kind of covering the flank there. There's a Lynx 20 mil, maybe going for some rear line shenanigans Rang. But on the other side, though, in Golf, it's a really strong push here by Sniper. The Warriors are going to go ahead and get a little triangle forest. And he's actually going to be able to contest Foxtrot kind of well here.
Yeah, if he's really ballsy, he could completely capture it because there's nothing on the other end. Sniper's completely, or almost completely for the most part, has deterred putting anything up north.
Yeah, and he's just rolling this quad stack of warriors right here. It's like the charge of the light brigade, except they're not going to just get annihilated immediately. He should be able to go ahead and get in this forest line here in Foxtrot, kind of entrench as these M41s and some type of infantry are coming up there from Jaki.
He's rushing to get defenses, yeah. So, but the Challenger 2s will get there first. And it's a really interesting dynamic with the Challenger 2s in this match, because I don't believe Jaki has any, like, anti-tanks which can frontally penetrate the Charlie 2. He has some tow helicopters, he has some tow vehicles, so
Yeah.
he's gonna have to get a bit creative to knock out these super heavy bastards.
Yeah, and he has no MLUs because this is the brain rot tournament, right, with crazy decks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the Warriors right there, just a not... Oh, okay, so they do survive there, but the Carl Gustav infantry stunned. Yeah, they are panicked, and he... Yeah, Sniper should be able to push up here, unload his infantry. I mean, he could even split it rank if he wanted to, kind of cover more ground as any of them all, probably all 40 of them in a little, together. But he's pushing up. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, split.
Yep, that's definitely a very good call. One of them is going to get a little rocket action, but Challenger 2 should be able to respond in kind. But this is a very good position that Sniper has set themselves into. Frankly, I think a northern push is a bit more successful than the southern push, because he's completely neutralized Foxtrot. With Alpha, even if you lose it, it's not too hard to get a foothold back in to contest it.
Yeah, you can contest that, forest back area of Alpha pretty well. And we see here the Warriors, because there really is no armor whatsoever, they kind of act like light tanks essentially. And there's just been a lot of like AP for the Danish deck right there. I mean, we even saw the Toe Defenders because they only have 15 AP on the missile. The Warriors actually able to tank that shot a little bit.
Oh, right, yeah,
The three from the
entirely
armor.
correct.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be quite Gucci. And then just with all these recoilless rifle jeeps, they get blapped quite quickly. So it's Probably going to come down to Warrior spam here, as well as just regular Fusiliers,
Ooh.
not
Okay, so,
90s. Oh, well.
so the F-16 with the Rockeye bomb drop right there. The Charlie 2s. One I think is gonna go down here.
Oh!
It's, yeah,
Oh!
both go down. The Charlie 2s are gone. All the armor is gone. Huge loss there. No split whatsoever. No anything. And those Challenger 2s. I mean, those are the only two in the entire UK inventory.
Yes! It's like the Germans with air tanks.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are making them look good right now.
I know. But damn, I forgot they had the F-16 was the cluster bomber run. Good God. That's a real shame here for Sniper.
Yeah, and I like the one puff of smoke coming out now. Like, there's that one little puff of smoke. It's just kind of like, man, maybe that should have been there a little earlier. Though, where'd that actually come from?
I don't know. It's like memorial smoke.
Yeah, like, yeah. Is this war now? Did the tanks have their own smoke launcher?
Secret patch. We got Arias being brought on in.
Arias.
Yeah, but they're getting blapped here because the Danes actually have a pretty decent anti-aircraft now with a whole heap of Eyehawks available to them.
Yeah, you don't want to. Like, the Harriers gonna have to be kind of careful trying to dive in there and, get some damage because this is the brain rot tournament. We said a few times, Ring. These decks are out of control. It looks like I can't say on YouTube what it looks like. How they were made, but they were made very poorly. We'll just go with that.
No, yeah, purposely painful, you could say.
Yes, absolutely. The creator of the tournament and the decks should be both, proud and ashamed of himself. But we do see this Harrier diving in, and he's actually going to get out. Looks like, it's the Sea Harrier. What is this, the Falklands?
I know, it always has played the new War Thunder update.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sea Harrier gets in there, no hit. The Starfighter, which is more of a threat, I think, to itself than it is probably to any of the British aircraft. It gets out as well. And it's just crazy, Rang, that with the death of the Charlie 2s, it's like this Foxtrot down to maybe Echo or could have gone to Charlie, that push, whatever you want to call it, that's dead. It's done.
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors are still there, but the cheap tank spam of just all the Centurions and Leopard Run A3s will be enough to just overwhelm that force eventually. There's apart from the Warriors, there's not a whole lot of long-range, ground-based, cheap, effective anti-tank available.
Yeah, and it seems like, when you see these brain rot tournaments, we saw it, I believe, in the last one that we casted, where you have, someone of a higher skill, right, and they going down, and it seems at first that the skill gap can be a little bit less, obviously Jaki he's a breeder, Juno versus a major, because the decks are so bad, right, they're so atrocious that sometimes it nullifies some of that skill gap, but just being able to get in there, get the two Charlie 2s off the board right there, just massive amount of firepower gone for Sniper.
You're seeing Harriers being brought in up north, going to be getting in some clutch bombs onto that infantry to try to hold on to that position. Yeah, I think at least that for Sniper, he can keep Foxtrot contested. Where the Challenger Marksman is, you can keep that place locked down fairly easily. But I'd be curious to see if he decides to put a bit more heavy down south of Warrior spam.
Yeah, I think securing Golf might be the move here now, right? Like, buy some more time into Foxtrot, hold the Triangle Forest area, but getting full control over Golf and then probably capping it is the best bet. Because even with Alpha there, right, I'm not sure how he completely retakes Alpha in an immediate sense. So just contest it, buy yourself time, and then just, kind of protect your spawn point, right? Like, it'd be really hard for Jaki to get into Delta, for example.
Yeah, you can't really afford to overextend, because his main overextension force to challengers are gone. If he keeps putting more forces right into the front of Foxtrot, it's also very easy just to flank around him and hit you in the Reek side.
And a big issue for Sniper is that with his tanks gone off the board, the cheap spam that the Danes can put out onto the field from Jaki can get out of control. Like, you're talking a lot of firepower. Yeah, these Rockeyes coming in here. Are they going for the Rover one? Oh, he missed. Yeah, he fire position, missed the Rover Wombat, I believe.
Rombat's getting in close.
Yeah, and here you see the M41. The Walker Bulldog, right? That's the Walker Bulldog. Going to town. 2 for 2 on its shots. What is that accuracy right there? Oh, 60%. I didn't actually know
this is the fancier one.
Oh, that's right, it is. You're right, absolutely. Well, he's just... And the 50 cal open up as well. Is this a War Thunder match? He takes the recoilless rifle shot. What a Chad.
Absolutely holding the bloody art line, yeah. Very good job for M41. That's also just a good position for it to be in, because he can use that reconnaissance to spot any further reinforcements into Foxtrot or Golf.
Yeah, and we see also going into Alpha right now that there's a counterattack by Sniper coming in here. We see these Fusiliers, we see these Warriors, and this should probably be enough to take over that town area. But it just feels like to me, Rang, it's a missed opportunity because there's only so, like we said earlier, there's only so far Jaki can really go there, and he's starting to build up forces in Gulf. So, and without the tanks, I'm not sure how he's going to be able to push that effectively.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, especially around about Gove, because if you knock out Gove, then Foxtrot's is done for. There's not, especially without any long-range ground-based anti-tank, not a whole lot you can do. I mean, the main thing of Gove is just getting more Milan run teams in there, and using that to hold the bloody line.
Hold the line! It's like Zulu.
Fire!
Which is honestly an amazing movie.
It is. It's still one of the best war movies.
Absolutely. If anybody in the chat never watched it, you should definitely check it out. It's also pretty accurate. Like, it's actually very historically accurate.
Yeah, and respectful as well, considering it's from the 60s. Like, it did a very good job portraying the Zulus.
They absolutely. I feel like you can go... Like, who would have thought that the 1960s, some British war movie actually would be more... but it was, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they were very respectful. It's interesting. They're very respectful in their portrayal of the Zulus, but then you watch Battle of Britain, and I don't think they're not very respectful of the Luftwaffe.
Yeah, it's still a pretty fresh wound.
Yeah, definitely. So we do see there's more of these starfighters kind of coming out here because both sides have just starfighters and Harriers for ASFs here. How are those 60 points? I think. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
60 points.
Nice and cheap, and also very good for just picking off these Lynx helicopters, because those Lynxes are going to be a pretty big threat to just, well, the 106 recoilless rifle trucks, as well as all the infantry.
Yeah, and what's interesting to see is that because of the AA situation, the way the decks are built from each other, it looks like both sides are going to kind of dip into those cheap ASFs, which normally, you know, in a standard game, those are really just like anti-helicopter duty, right? I mean, that's basically the only reason you bring those cheap cards. Oh, actually, so the cluster, is that the cluster Jaguar? Yeah, it is.
No, yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's dead, though.
He's very dead.
He ain't making it back. He lost that little tornado. Oh, and a tornado coming out too. We're seeing all kinds of planes you don't always see in a top level Wargame Red Dragon play. Oh, he's going for the Hawk.
And the Hawk's out of ammo.
Yeah, the Hawk's out of ammo.
Slowly moving.
He fire positioned it. Oh, the Hawk might. Oh no, barely did. And look at all those starfighters.
God damn, led by the Mummy F-16.
Yeah, that F-16 is definitely a money man. Oh, Challenger Marksman opening up though. Okay, no real damage though.
Yeah, I think long term this is really going to screw over Sniper's play because his anti-air is crap. He's gonna have to really use like Sea Harriers, which you don't want to exactly be using Sea Harriers, against other aircraft unless they're A4s.
Rang, please show some more respect to the bloody Falklands.
That's why I said A4s.
I got you. But the Harrier single-handedly won the war. That's what the History Channel told me.
No, it was the Vulcan bombing run which hit the Argentinian airbase before the war really began. You see, that completely run the war, right? Yeah.
I thought it was the nuclear-powered submarine destroying the World War II
Yes. You see, the propaganda gains from that Sun article was out of control.
Way too much propaganda. But we actually see Jaki putting some smoke down in Gulf here, completely covering up the little town complex. But these Milan F1 teams are actually spreading out, so he should still get some missile hits. But I think Danish reserve infantry is about to go in hot ALB style.
Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of them being built up, and the Fusilier post actually getting cluster bombed over in Alpha. Knocking out a few Warriors, but the Fusiliers are holding in strong. It's a slow and steady grind. But he is getting it, and he is also on the plus run right now, so that's good for Sniper. I mean, Jaki.
Yeah, Jaki's in a really solid position. I mean, he eliminates the biggest threat in the entire deck in the first 5 minutes. It basically nullifies the entire Foxtrot push. He has that tornado. Did it die? I think it actually lived. I think it lived.
I think it got out.
Yeah, right as the Hawk made a hit there. Though Sniper is counterattacking here down in Alpha, but I feel like just a lot of time has been wasted here, and a lot of points, especially because he won't even be able to fully take the town yet. He's gonna advance here, so FKP are they will go down, but you see the Carl Gustav infantry opening up right there. These warriors need a little more action, I think, and you might need some on the southern end there to help out because these Fusiliers are just taking 84mm heat to the face.
Yeah, out in the open, not exactly good for run self, I would have to say.
He's speaking very British right there. They're just walking out in the open. Very, this seems like the very
It
British
worked in
thing to do.
1915. It worked in 1995.
It worked in 1762. The French remember.
Yeah.
See, so the Gazelle coming up actually there. So the Danish reserve infantry spam. Unfortunately, they all died. And while it might seem like to you, the casual viewer, that that was the entire male population of Denmark, it does look like they're still going to be able to keep going here. And it looks... I mean, Sniper's going to cap Alpha here. Wait, no, he's not. It's dead. The CV died.
Yeah, he got blapped. The Roria CV decided to get, you know, a little bit into the action and paid the ultimate price by getting
Dang, I was
clustered.
going to say he's in a good spot because he's going to decap that, and then he could counterattack maybe into Bravo. Because, I mean, just the raw amount of stuff he's thrown into Bravo eventually will carry it over. I mean, these Warriors legit could probably just YOLO it.
Yeah, honestly, like, there's just not a whole lot here defending Alpha. The main thing is whether he can hold a defensive line up in Foxtrot and the Gulf Hotel area, because if he can hold this line, he's going to be in a pretty good spot just to keep Foxtrot and Gulf decapped.
Yeah, I think eventually it's going to break here, right? But he's got time. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 minutes or more to kind of contest Foxtrot. And then if he loses Foxtrot, locks Gulf down and then caps Alpha. But the thing with Alpha rank is he can legitimately move forward right now and decap Bravo. There's the one card of... Yeah, there's one HP of the Carl Gustav infantry with only 3 rounds, so the Warriors can get through that. And then there's just a Hawk. Actually, there's 3 Hawks down there.
The juicy kills.
Yeah, see, this is a big moment here in the game where, you know, Sniper could not only stop the +1, but put himself in a position where he could win. But if he stays passive here, I think it pretty much might hand it to Jaki.
Yeah, Jaki definitely does have time. If he does get the time to build up his defenses, he'll be in a pretty good spot. I think Jackie's going to have a bit of a hard time, routing out the Foxtrot Gulf area, because you are seeing Sniper start to invest a lot in these Milan run teams, and they're doing a pretty good job zoning out the open field.
The Challenger Marksman opening up here. We'll see. I don't think he's going to get any kills because both of them are going together. Yeah, F-16s. So the truck... Oh, but the Marksman is... Oh, no, it goes down. And now he sends it forward. Okay, so the Warrior... He just uses all the Warriors.
Yep.
The Super Bazooka getting killed right on the Wombat. The Warrior should be able to kill because the Super Bazooka only has 10 AP. It's basically worthless fighting this. Oh, but... Oh, no, he gets annihilated! Yep. The Carl Gustav, one man. He gets blapped in the open right there by the 30 mil.
Absolutely destroyed. Command Chieftain is coming up. He needs to, like...
He's ascended. It's time to send it.
He needs to decap Bravo.
Yeah. He's got 4 Warriors right here. There's one poor Dane with a Super Bazooka. Oh, no, even ammo in it. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's got to go.
And he does have a lot of cheap recon vehicles available. He's got the Radens as well as the Saladins. Both of them being 15 points. He just needs cheap crap to throw in there.
Yeah, and I think he can right here. If he just sends it forward, he can win the game right now. The Mortar is on the run right now. He's just, you know, whatever... Danish is kind of hard for me to understand. I was going to try and throw some out there, but that's too garbled for me. I can't do it. But that Mortar crew is like, I'm getting out of here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Sniper stopped. It's like in the bridge too far where the tank stopped when they crossed the 9-acre bridge.
They get spooked by a Pack 40 or two and like, nah, lads, can't go any further.
It's true. It's true. And then the American paratroop, you know, major, colonel, he's yelling at the British dude who's drinking tea.
Yep.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. I mean, it is tea time after all.
It seems like
that time, oh.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. No, this is a big shame.
Yeah, this is a big missed opportunity in the game. It's pretty rare, Ray, that we actually get to see where it's like, wow, the whole game could be decided in this one moment of an action. And while this might be a little overkill, obviously hyping it up, but there's reinforcements coming into Bravo. And there was an opportunity. I mean, honestly, for the past 4 or 5 minutes, he could have gone into Bravo, killed everything in Bravo, and got into Charlie.
Yeah, now it's just going to be a more slower grind. Even if it does come to CVs being brought out on all sides, I do believe it still gives
Yeah.
Sniper a +1 because he has Foxtrot contested at least. So it's going to be a slower grind for him to get back. Here at the same time, he still has to catch up to 151 points, which is not impossible, but
Yeah.
going to be a bit dicey. And that's going to have to be 2 big dumps in CVs right now to Foxtrot and Goaf.
Okay, so he's going now. CS, the Starfighter is flying over. One should go down right here. The Challenger Marksman, yeah, he goes. Bam. Bye-bye, Starfighter. Challenger Marksman doing some work, though. Scout Defender coming up. The Challenger's right there. Yeah, so let's just stop it. Sniper needs to just send this stuff for. I wish, I'm trying to scream at him telepathically. Obviously, this is weeks after the game has been played. But it's crazy
Time
to
machine.
see. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm going back in time, and the only thing I'm going to do is tell Sniper that he needs to send the Warriors forward. That's it.
We're going to stream snipe for him through time.
For the poor Scout Defender taking a bunch of 35mm rounds to the face right there, and it goes down. And while these Fusiliers are pushing forward, and Jaki is kind of doing some shenanigans with his infantry, which, I mean, his infantry placement is really weird, because even now, these Fusiliers probably could move forward and kill the CV.
Yeah,
But it could take time.
I do like the flank down
Yeah.
around the southern side, but he needs troops to defend the all-important, little strip of forest. That's such a huge choke point to hold on. You just throw in all your Danish reserves, your Carl Gustav troops, and even special forces. You have a pretty decent. Both sides are pretty decent infantry tabs. But no, he's gonna be smoking into Alpha and trying to get a foothold back into the point.
Yeah, and I think a big missed opportunity here, and this might just be the skill gap between the two players, right? He's bringing the command tank out for Bravo, and really, I think he should have focused on clearing Golf out and putting it in Golf.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a far better move for him. Bravo isn't really secure. These Warriors are now moving up, but we see there's a 4-stack of Leopard 1A3s, and they are the kings of the battlefield right now, which is just funny to see in a game.
Yeah.
So we see the Warriors are opening up there. Side shots, but immediately going down. They weren't able to get enough good ones, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit outgunned there. I think if Warriors get a bit more closer, the Carl Gustavs will start blapping array.
Yeah, and the Warriors, I mean, they're doing damage to the Leopards, right? They're going to probably cause them to chill for a little bit, but they don't get a single kill right there. And a lot of that's the rate of fire, right, for the Warrior. I don't know how competitively what the feeling. The FKP move up, and they're going for a snipe there on the Chieftain. Command tank, and they get the snipe.
Yeah, he did. He got it. Damn.
It's the second one to go down in Alpha. I mean, there is another one coming up for the decapping of Bravo, but that right there might seal the deal, I think, for Jaki. He's calling out a Warrior CV, but that's just a massive pick right there by Jaki.
Yeah, and he's losing so many CVs, he might actually have to resort using the helicopter CVs put in his deck, which is honestly barbaric. Like, giving someone helicopter CVs in 2023?
Yeah. Honestly, crime against humanity. Like,
it is.
Where's the hay when you need him?
I'm reporting the tournament organizer to the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, it needs to happen. Oh, the Chief of Command tank, he said he wasn't feeling Bravo, so he's moving over what it looks like to Foxtrot.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, gonna be needing to stop that +1 bleed, so really any CVs anywhere will be good for him. But yeah, the missed opportunity in Alpha, we're really starting to feel the pain of that now, because this is such an effective counterattack here from Jaki. The FKPs flanking around during special forces things. He's gonna, if he pushes up his FKPs, he can clear out Alpha completely once again.
Yeah, it's looking right here that this is going to maybe has the potential of being a game-winning move from Jaki by being able to stop the push down to Bravo. The Warriors, instead of, sealing the deal, I think, for Sniper, putting him really in contention to win this game by drinking their tea in the back line, they basically, set themselves up for death to the Leopard 1A3 ball. And now these elite Danish special forces are going to move forward here, backed up with some leopard ones, and it should be able to clean up what's left in this forest line. And this warrior, I mean, he's gonna get into alpha rank, but he's not long for this world.
Oh, goddamn! The challenger marksman. What a
It's a
Chad!
Yeah, that's a. He's making me eat my like absolute. Just tanking that Carl Gustav round, right? And then the leopard's rolling right up onto him.
He's out of ammo.
Oh,
Oh, if he only had more ammo, he would have been able to win the war.
for king and country. Honestly, 2 of those, and he could have won the whole game.
Yes! Who needs a challenger too when you got those lads?
FKP, Zoo push up. They're going to cause the warrior to back out of there. Where's the... Oh, it's that because Foxtrot was capped as well, yeah.
Yep.
So, the Tornado Giro one's going to come in here and try and cluster. This cluster just feels so late right now. He needed this 3-4 minutes ago. But it is going in. We'll see if we can get some picks here. Good. Looks like a decent... No, overshot.
Nope.
Overshot.
Way overshot. That is a shame. Lapidroni free, sneaking around in the forest.
And that's a massacre. They're engaging here in the open road here. The warriors are all down. These Fusiliers, they're trying to just shoot back at these Danish troops. Oh, and then see if 104s come in, and the poor Lynx 20 mil goes down.
Yep, poor guy. Now, Alpha's pretty much completely locked down here now. That force lack of Lapidroni frees, absolutely eating everything up.
Absolutely buggered.
I think he's pretty buggered right now. Can't really push any around Foxtrot or Golf, and I mean, it's just going to take too much time to catch up to 200 points.
No, all the momentum's gone. You know, there comes a point sometimes in Wargame where when you've been trading, and it reaches a point where you just kind of break, right? It's impossible. Wow, that scimitar. Oh my god.
A pack of Jaguars.
Well, I mean, that can do the job too.
Yeah.
Oh, one lives! Oh no. This scimitar kills him. And
Let's give him an opportunity. Oh, he's just going to send a CV up there by himself. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot yet to stop him.
I mean, he'll get in there. How long he'll live, that's a different question. Oh, and the IHOP's opening up here. The one Jaguar, he's flirting with death. Takes a hit right there. And then the Starfighters come in and seal the deal right there. Poor Jaguar going down.
Absolutely blapped.
Wow. And looks like Denmark is going to go ahead and continue to push forward. And I mean, all British fans right now, please check in on them. Because this is just an utter annihilation for the United Kingdom.
That was a pretty good game. Really just, like, inability for Sniper to take advantage of their alpha push just completely screwed them over, which we keep saying time and time again.
Yeah, and the Charlie 2's getting just annihilated. Hurt. We're so bad.
Yeah, if he could have pushed him into Foxtrot, split them up, and then just don't have them on the front line of Foxtrot, but just more deep within the forest, and then when something pops up, you move, shoot, bugger off, so you don't get cluster bombed to death.
Yeah, splitting them probably was the smart move, but also you need smoke, right? And I don't remember exactly. Does he even have a mortar in his deck? Before I say something dumb. No, right? Oh, no, he does. Yeah, he had a mortar. So you have to at least at some point, have a smoke for your mortar, or smoke for your mortar, smoke for your tank, so you can screen them, especially if you're going to be really active on the front with them. And then you have to be ready sometimes, like you say, Ray, if you know your biggest threat is going to be cluster bombs, it's probably best to maybe keep them split up a little bit, because you're not worrying about like an MLU diving in, right? You're worried about the one money shot.
Yeah, because you lose Charlies, you literally lose all your tanks.
And the warrior kind of sucks.
Yes. Who thought it was a good idea to have a manually loaded autocannon?
That does seem very Anglo.
It does.
Like,
it worked in the last rule, lads. It worked in this one.
It's not tea time! Start throwing out Eugen voice lines for the Brits.
Yeah. Gonna hang up a Rossen on the Siegfried line. My favorite one from SD44.
Yeah, SD44 does have some good ones, that's true. Probably the best thing about the game is the voice lines.
I think you're entirely wrong on that, but let's just leave it and end off the video. So, once again, Graham, thank you very much for joining us on this Happy New Year.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Happy New Year's to all the viewers out there as you're watching this. Just so you guys know, we're still in 2022.
That's the trade secret. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and as usual, please just take it easy.